Welcome all. In this video, we are going to see the basic introduction of the Maxwell software. What are all the steps we have to do while we are going to analyze your field analysis using your Maxwell software. Okay. So first, this Maxwell software is a 2D solver. We can do only 2D analysis, and this works on the principle of finite element analysis. The theory we all know that your finite element analysis is the basic analysis for solving your electromagnetics. Okay. So this Maxwell software is a student version. Maxwell SV represent your student version. So with this we can able to do a basic analysis of your electrostatics as well as your magnetostatics. Okay. So first we have to click on the software from our Windows button. So now it will show the options. So here we are going to analyze our projects so that we will select our project. Okay. So now initially, as like our other software, we have to create a project with our name or with the title of the analysis what we are going to do. Okay. So this is the already solved things I have. Even you can able to open all those things using your open everything. And if you see rename means if I want to rename it, compress, I can able to reduce the size of the saved file, delete, copy, move. All these operations are similar to the other software. Now I'm going to do a new software which I do it in electrostatics. So I'll give the name electrostatic capacitor we will take. Okay. So okay. So if you create a name, so you can see here electrostatic capacitor is the project name, and this is the window which is opened initially when I have created a project. Okay. So first we will see what are all the things we have to do in our Maxwell software. Okay. So if you see the first one is solver, we can do different types of analysis like electrostatic, magnetostatic, eddy current analysis, DC conduction, AC conduction, and eddy in axial term. Everything we can analyze. Okay. So here I am selecting our electrostatic, and this plane is whether my object which we are going I'm going to select is come under your Cartesian coordinates are cylindrical or spherical coordinates. We have to select that. Okay. So since I am going to consider a parallel plate capacitor, I am considering the XY plane. Okay. So once I have selected the type of solver and the drawing plane, these are all the steps we have to follow while solving an field analysis of an object. For example, an inductor or a capacitor. So if you see the first one is define model. Since the software, it is a computer, it does not know what is a capacitor, it doesn't know what is an inductor, it doesn't know what is a coil. Okay. So we have to draw a rectangle box, and we have to tell the software that it is a conducting conductor, so that we have to assign it. Okay. So we know that for a parallel plate capacitor, we will have two plates separated by a dielectric material or mica. Okay. Similarly, setup material, we have to assign material for the conducting material, or whether it is a dielectric or it is a vacuum or it is an air. Okay. So after set up your materials, we have to set up the sources. For example, in a parallel plate capacitor, upper plate is given with an voltage and the lower plate is grounded to ground, right? So all those things we have to clearly assign to the software, so that the software can do the analysis alone. We know that the finite element analysis only solves your Maxwell's equation. what we have studied here, del square V equal to 0. Okay, so it will divide the capacitor or the geometry into n number of triangles, that is finite elements, and for each finite element it will analyze the flux distribution over the region. Okay, so next one is your parameters. I have to assign the parameters, what are all the things I want to analyze. For example, capacitance, force, energy stored in the capacitor, everything. Okay, and this is the solution option. In solution option we will give what are all the things, how many number of iteration I have to solve, what is the percentage of accuracy I need, and uh, what type of accuracy and the number of passes, everything we have to give in the setup solution options. After that we have to do our solving, and then we have to do our post processing. Okay, in the post processing we will see analyze the flux distribution in the geometry what we have considered for analysis. Okay, so first we will start with our define model. So in that I'm going to draw a model. If you see here, this is the drawing window where you will have the grid-like structures. Okay, so here I'm going to draw a parallel plate capacitor. Okay, so before drawing an object or analyzing an object in the drawing mode, first we have to set our axis, right? As like we do scale for graph sheets in x-axis, y-axis, 1 centimeter equal to something, we will 1 unit, right? So here you go to the model in the taskbar. In that you will have drawing units. So now I am selecting as mm. Okay. So whatever the thing I am drawing, it is in mm. You can select for meter, centimeter, micron, nanometer, everything inches. Okay. So for my parallel plate capacitor, I am considering this as mm. Okay, this I have given. Then again drawing size, so I have to give my x and y axis. So my x, if you see here, this is the origin point, so x is a negative axis as well as in the positive axis. My x axis is minus 50 to plus 50, and my y-axis is minus 35 to plus 35. So this you can vary according to the dimensions what you are going to draw in the drawing plane. And then next we are going to see uh, uh, grid. Okay, so if you see there are two dark points, right? So as like our graph, you'll have two dark points. In between that, you will be having 1, 2, 3, 4 lines is there. Okay. So you will have 4 lines. So we have to know how much each lines corresponds to, right? So for that, we have to assign the grid settings. Okay, this is the grid settings. Here I have given 2 and here 2. That means the distance between this one point to another point is 2 mm. Okay, so totally if we start from here to here, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So one dark point to the next dark point, it is 10 mm. Okay, for example, I can show you by measuring it. But there is an option measure here. If you select that one, so if I click here and I click at the end point, it shows the distance. Okay, so the distance between the 2 points are 10 mm. That means this each subdivisions are 2 mm. Okay, so before drawing anything in this drawing menu, you have to select the uh, drawing unit size and your grid size using your model tab and your window tab. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a parallel plate capacitor. Okay, so these are all the options which is available to draw This is similar to any other softwares, drawing softwares. For example, now I am going to draw a parallel plate capacitor. For that, I need a rectangle. So you click it. Once you click on it, it will got selected. So now I am going to draw a parallel plate. Upper plate of the capacitor I have drawn. So here I am giving as conductor 1. You can change the color of the plates also. Now I am taking as an red color. So conductor 1 I have drawn. Similarly, I am going to draw another one. Second one. Once you drawn it, okay. So it will show the objects. Conductor 2. Again, I'm going to take it as okay. Conductor 2. So next for dielectric, in between the two parallel plates, I have to draw a dielectric. Just click it and you drag it. Okay, you select here, click, continuously drag. Okay, so once you drag and give the final click, it will consider it as an object. Okay, so this object tab is enabled when a closed object is created. If not, the closed object is created, this will not consider it as an object. Now I am giving this as my dielectric. I am changing the color to a pale color or pale green. Okay, so now I have drawn an upper plate and a lower plate and a dielectric material. Okay, so this is a parallel plate capacitor. So now I am going to close this drawing menu. So while you close, it will ask for saving it. You give S. So now I have finished my drawing mode. Okay. So this is a systematic process. Once you completed step 1 only, then the steps 2 will get enabled. You can see at the starting only this is enabled. Now since I finished this one, the second tab is enabled. Once I finish this second tab setup material, my third tab will get enabled. Okay. So now setup material, in the drawing menu I have just drawn a 3 rectangle and I have named as conductor 1, conductor 2 and dielectrics. The system now for as far as the system is concerned, it is just a triangle. Now I am going to make assign the materials for conductor and dielectrics. Okay. So now background. So we will consider as a background as backbone. In some analysis, you will consider the background as air. In that case, you select here, and if you see the materials, different materials are there in the library. Common materials. For example, air. Air is there. So whenever you want a background of air, you can click here, and if you give assign, it will assign to air. Okay. So normally we prefer a vacuum as background. So we will select a background as vacuum. Next for conductor 1, copper material I am going to assign. Select this and click here, copper. So copper is there, assign it. Now you can see for conductor 1, copper is assigned. Similarly, for conductor 2, select it, click here, assign. So your copper is assigned. Okay. And third one, a dielectric material. You are having now I am going to consider the dielectric material as mica. I have selected and I have assigned here. So now my second step, I have assigned the conducting material for upper and lower plate and I have assigned the material mica. Okay. So now exit. Again it will ask for saving. You click S. So now I have finished my setup material. Now you can see the third option is enabled. So set up boundary conditions. Okay. So now you have to give what is the voltages for upper plate, what is the voltage for lower plate, everything you have to give. If you select it, it will go to this tab. So here also you have to select the object and you have to assign the source. Okay, boundary and the source you have to assign here. So edit, select object by clicking, or else you can directly use this option. So if I click here, so this object gets selected. Now you right click it, again it will be in the selected position. Now assign a source, solid source. So now I'm going to give the source name as voltage or upper plate I will give, okay, or conductor 1, anyone I can give. So for this I'm assigning an voltage of 10 volt. Assign. Similarly, this is a shortcut for selection. Select it and click it, right click it, assign source, solid. Here I am naming as conductor 2. I am giving 0 volt for the conductor 2. So I am giving 0 and assign it. So now I have assigned the source for copper plate and the lower plate. Now I have to assign a boundary for solving. Boundary is nothing but the region inside which I have to do my analysis. For selecting the boundary, edit, select, object. Sorry, here you should not select it as an object. You have to select it as an edge. You click here. It is selected. Press shift key and you select all the boundaries. Now I have selected all the edges of boundary. Right click it, assign boundary. I'm going to consider as a balloon boundary. Okay. Normally in electromagnetic finite element analysis, for electrostatic, we will prefer your boundary, balloon boundary, where your charges are present. That means we are assuming free charges present surrounding my analyzing object. Assign. So now I have assigned the sources as well as boundary for analysis. Close it. Yes. So if you see here, uh, the next options are enabled now. Okay. So after set up boundary solutions, now you go for parameters. So click. So I'm going to assign my capacitance matrix. Since it is an electrostatic parallel plate capacitor, I can able to find the capacitance of the plate. So first, I'm going to consider a conductor 1. Here I have to include in the object in the matrix. So for conductor 1, I have given signal, right, 10 volt. So I'm selecting this as 10 volt. Assign. For conductor 2, I have given ground, that is 0 volt. Assign. Exit. Yes. So now another parameters also, if I want torque, flux lines, force, I can assign. For example, now I am assigning my force also. I have selected two object, include the selected object S, exit S. So now I have considered the matrix as well as force for my analysis. Now set up solution option. So here you have to consider how many number of passes or iteration we can say in numerical methods. Okay, so 50 number of passes required, same thing, and the percentage of error I'm going to analyze with 0.01 percentage error accuracy. Okay, so now I have finished all these steps. Okay, now I'm going to solve it. So first I have drawn, I have assigned the material, and I have assigned boundary and sources. I have assigned the properties what I have to analyze, and I have assigned the analysis, iteration, expected accuracy, everything. Now this is the pre-processing steps we know in the finite element analysis. Whatever software you use, ANSYS, ANSOFT, Magnet, all these softwares which works on the basics of finite element analysis. So what maybe the window get varied, but the step by step process will be same in all the finite element softwares. Okay. So after finishing all this thing, now I am solving this one. Solve. So my solution gets completed. Okay. So now if you see I have finished everything. So up to your solve, these things are known as your pre-processing in the finite element analysis. So after your analysis, now I am going to do my post process, that is the analysis of data what I have got. Okay. So if you see here, um, the solutions, here we can see the matrix force what we have assigned for analysis. Okay, so first I'll see matrix. So this is the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor what we have analyzed, 1.92 into 10 power of minus 10 farad per meter. So force I have analyzed. So the resultant force in x direction is 6.7 into 10 power of minus 10 Newton, and in y direction is 2.6 into 10 power of minus 9 Newton. So this is the magnitude of the force on the parallel plate capacitor. Okay. Next, convergence. If you can see the total energy. Okay. So the energy stored in the capacitor is 9.6 into 10 power of minus 9 joule. So I have analyzed the capacitance, force and the total energy stored in the parallel plate capacitor. So these are all the values I can get with the parameter setting what I have set. So apart from this, I also can able to analyze the flux distribution, magnitude of E and the E vector, D vector, everything here in the post processing. For example, you select this post processing and window will open. So if you see here, I can able to analyze the fields also. For example, there is a plot icon in the menu bar. You select this thing, and if you go for field, so first phi is nothing but your flux lines. So if you give flux lines, surface all means on the entire capacitor along with background all. If I give like this, okay, see now you can able to see the flux distribution. For example, what is the voltage I have given for the upper plate? It is 1 into 10 power 1, that is 10 volt I have given. So from upper plate, if you see 10 volt, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When it reaches your lower plate, the value becomes 0. So my flux are distributed evenly. This we know from the electromagnetic concept itself. So if I want to delete this plot, if I can see the another plot, go to plot menu, delete, select it and give OK. Your plot will get deleted. The same field flux plot I can analyze with flux lines also. If I take this one, if I give OK, you can able to see the flux lines. So it will be like this. This is the flux distribution of the parallel plate capacitor. Okay, so apart from your flux distribution, I can able to see my vectors also. So plot, field, so I can say E vector, surface all. So if you see, take here is 1 and this is 1. If you see here, this will be the direction of E around the parallel plate capacitor. So I can zoom in and show you. If you see here, so we know that from the upper plate towards the lower plate, my E is directed. So apart from the direct direction from your upper plate to lower plate, the space region surrounding the parallel plate capacitor, it will be as a semicircle. So it starts from the upper plate 10 volt and finally it ends in the lower plate, which is your 0 volt. This we know already from our electromagnetic theory. Okay, so apart from this, I can able to analyze the magnitude of E also at a particular point or a particular line. So for that, I have to draw a line. So before that, I'll delete this plot. So I can able to draw a line here. For that, go to geometry, create a line. So for drawing a line, I should have a starting point. I have fixed, enter it, and then I should have an ending point. So I have an end point, enter it. Now a line is created. So the name of the line, it is created as line 1. So if you give done, okay. So now I have created a line. If you see, I can able to see the plot for this line also. For example, I am going to find the magnitude of E for the line 1. Okay. So we know that what is the magnitude of E inside a conductor? It will be equal to 0. So for example, now I am going to see a line plot for this line. If I give OK, it will be like this. So this will be 0 to 12. If you see, so this region is for upper plate, conductor 1, and in between you will have a mica, and after that you will have a lower plate, conductor 2. So if you see this thing, E inside the conductor is 0, and after your conductor you will have mica, you will have constant E, and then you will have a 0 E. Okay, so like this we can able to analyze n number of plots here. Okay, so I have analyzed flux distribution, magnitude of E vector, D vector, and energy also we can analyze. So with this, before creating an object, we can analyze and simulate and find the values of my force, torque, flux, everything. This will be very helpful if we design a solenoidal curve or a plunger or a motor or a generator or some different types of motor. So before going for the manufacturing, first we simulate with the expected parameters. If you got the expected parameter, we can go for your manufacturing. So now I'll show you the mesh which is selected for analysis. How many finite elements are considered? So for that I have to select the geometry. So I'm selecting conductor 1, 2, 3. Okay. So if you go to plot and if you see mesh, you can see how many triangles are considered and what are all the sizes considered for analysis. So we know that at the sharp corners of the conductor, fringing effect is there, right? It is an electromagnetic concept. In order to reduce the fringing effect, at the sharp corners, the finite element area considered is very small. You can see with these small triangles. But in the inner regions, the triangle size is high. It is taken defaultly by the solver itself. Okay, so like this, we analyze the electromagnetic field concepts with using your Maxwell software. So this explains the complete analysis of a parallel plate capacitor. So after solving this, if you give uh, exit, it will exit from the Maxwell and it will go to the main menu. Okay. So now if you see here, if you select this thing, you will have our solved process. Whenever you want to open it, you can open, and sometimes if you want to change the parameters and to resolve it, you can do.